Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to Sunrise Academy Hyderabad. This is Venkatesh, మీ కెమిస్ట్రీ టీచర్. సో ఈరోజు టాపిక్ ఏంటంటే రూట్ వర్డ్, ప్రైమరీ సఫిక్స్, సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ అండ్ ప్రిఫిక్స్ ఈ త్రీ యూస్ చేసి సిస్టమాటిక్ నామిక్లేచర్ రాయడం ఎలాగన్నది మనం ఈరోజు డిస్కస్ చేద్దాము. సో అయితే నామిక్లేచర్ ఫస్ట్ వీడియోలో రూట్ వర్డ్ అండ్ ప్రైమరీ సఫిక్స్ అండ్ సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ గురించి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను. సో సెకండ్ వీడియోలో వాట్ ఆర్ ద రూల్స్ ఫర్ రైటింగ్ నామిక్లేచర్ అనే దాని గురించి మనం డిస్కస్ చేశాము. సో థర్డ్ వీడియో ఇది నామిక్లేచర్లో. సో ఈ త్రీ వీడియోస్ కనుక జాగ్రత్తగా మీరు వాచ్ చేస్తే నామిక్లేచర్లో ఎలాంటి డౌట్ లేకుండా ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ కాంపౌండ్కు మనం ఈజీగా నామిక్లేచర్ రాసేయచ్చు మీరు. సో థర్డ్ వీడియోలో ఈ వీడియోలో మనం ప్రిఫిక్స్. సో వాట్ ఈజ్ ప్రిఫిక్స్? సో ప్రిఫిక్స్ అంటే ఏంటి, ప్రిఫిక్స్ని ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేయాలి అనే దాని గురించి డిస్కస్ చేసి ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ కాంపౌండ్కు అంటే ప్రిఫిక్స్, రూట్ వర్డ్, ప్రైమరీ సఫిక్స్ ఇవన్నీ యూజ్ చేసి ఒక కాంపౌండ్కు నామిక్లేచర్ ఎలా ఇవ్వాలనేది మనం ఈరోజు వీడియోలో డిస్కస్ చేద్దాము. ఓకే, సో రైట్. సో ఆల్రెడీ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ అండ్ సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ అనేది మనం ఫస్ట్ వీడియోలో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసాము. సో ఫర్ దిస్ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ వాట్ ఈజ్ ప్రిఫిక్స్? So what is prefix? Prefix means when it is added to the root word, it indicates a substituent or side chain. Sir, మరి ఇక్కడ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్స్ కూడా ప్రిఫిక్స్ రాశారు కదా. సో సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ కూడా ప్రిఫిక్స్ లాగా యాక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. వెన్ సార్, ఒక కాంపౌండ్ ఉంది. సో ఒక కాంపౌండ్లో టూ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్స్ ఉన్నాయనుకోండి, వన్ కాంపౌండ్ కంటైనింగ్ టూ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్. సో ఫస్ట్ ప్రియారిటీ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ ఈజ్ మెన్షన్డ్ ఇన్ సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ అండ్ సెకండరీ ప్రియారిటీ దేనికైతే ఇస్తున్నామో, ఓకే, సెకండరీ ప్రియారిటీ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని మనం దేంట్లో చెప్పాలి? ప్రిఫిక్స్లో చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, ప్రిఫిక్స్ దేని మనం ప్రిఫిక్స్గా యూజ్ చేసామంటే ఏదైతే విచ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఇంక్లూడెడ్ ఇన్ అవర్ పేరెంట్ చైన్. నామిక్లేచర్ రాసేటప్పుడు నెంబరింగ్ ఇస్తాం పేరెంట్ చైన్కి. విచ్ కాంపౌండ్, విచ్ బ్రాంచ్, విచ్ సబ్స్టిట్యూయెంట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఇంక్లూడెడ్ ఇన్ పేరెంట్ చైన్ ఇన్ అవర్ లాంగ్ చైన్. సో దట్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్ as prefix. ఓకే, సో కార్బాక్సిలిక్ యాసిడ్ ఫస్ట్ మనం ఏం ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి ఒక కాంపౌండ్కి నామిక్లేచర్ రాసేటప్పుడు? స్ట్రక్చర్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద స్ట్రక్చర్ ఆఫ్ కార్బాక్సిలిక్ యాసిడ్? COOH. C double bond OH unte, that is what, sir? Carboxylic acid. Here what is the secondary suffix? Oic acid already. So what is prefix for this? Carboxylic acid. So already secondary suffix undi kada, so no problem, that is carboxylic acid. Next one, ester. C double bond OR. Actually ester structure and acid structure both are nearly same. In the place of H, here R. So this is COOH is acid, COOR is a ester. COOH, this is alkyl group. COOH is a functional group. Okay, COOR is a ester structure. C double bond OR. What is secondary suffix? OH. What about prefix? Carboalkoxy. Carboalkoxy is a prefix for ester. So aldehyde, C double bond OH. Here COOH is a acid, COH, C double bond O cancel here, so only H, that is C double bond OH, that is which one? Aldehyde. So secondary suffix is all. And what about prefix? Hydroxy. Which one? Hydroxy. Okay, ketone, C double bond O R, C double bond O H, that is aldehyde, C double bond O R, that is ketone. In the place of H here R. So in the place of H here R, COOH, COOR, C double bond OH and C double bond R. These two are similar and these two are similar. C double bond OH, this is aldehyde, C double bond R, this is ketone. So what is secondary suffix? On. So what about prefix? Oxo. So prefix for aldehyde, ketone, oxo, right? Alcohol, OH functional group. Okay, so OH functional group, that is alcohol. So for alcohol, what is secondary suffix? Ol. What about prefix? Hydroxy. What about prefix for alcohol? Hydroxy. So ether, R-O-R, R-O-H, R-O-H, here H, here R. These two are similar. R-O-H, R-O-R, R-O-R. Here this is ether. So what about secondary suffix? Oxy. And prefix? Alkoxy. So many functional groups are there. Next, cyanides, RCN, structure. Nitrile is a secondary suffix. What about prefix? Cyano. Prefix for cyanides, cyano. Isocyanide, cyanide, CN. Isocyanide, NC. Change it. CN, cyanide. NC, isocyanide. So, for cyanide, nitrile is secondary suffix. For isocyanide, isonitrile. Okay. For cyanide, prefix is cyano. For isocyanide, isocyano. Isocyano is a prefix. Acid amide. Acid means what is the structure of acid? R C double bond O. R C double bond O. OH is a acid structure. So in the place of OH, here I am taking C double bond O. In the place of OH I am taking NH2. So this is acid amide. So this is acid derivative. This amide is coming from acid only. So in the place of OH, here NH2 group is there. In the place of OH here NH2. So this is, that's why it is acid amide. This is acid amide. Okay. Right. Acid amide. What about the secondary suffix? Amide. What about the prefix? Carbamyl. Carbamyl. Okay. Acid halide. What about acid? RC double bond O. OH is acid. Halide. In the place of OH, you take one halogen group. So acid chloride, acid bromide, acid iodide. RC double bond O Cl. Or C double bond O. You take X. Or RC double bond X. General. RC double bond X. Oil halide is the secondary suffix. Alloformyl. Alloformyl is a prefix for acid halide. Here amine RNH2. RC double bond O NH2. This is acid derivative. Or C double bond NH2. Here C double bond is cancelled, only NH2. Directly nitrogen is attached to alkyl group, that is amine. Here nitrogen is attached to carbonyl group, C double bond O group, C double bond O group. That is this is amide, this is amine. RNH2 is amine. What about prefix? Amino. So many different compounds are there. For example, here chlorine is there. So what about the prefix for chlorine? For chlorine, prefix is chloro, bromine, bromo, iodine, iodo, OH group. So many different compounds are there. So directly for halogens, chloro, bromo, iodo, okay, hydroxo, right. These are the prefix for functional group. Okay. మరి ప్రిఫిక్స్ మనం ఎక్కడ రాయాలి? సిస్టమాటిక్ నామిక్లేచర్లో. సిస్టమాటిక్ నామిక్లేచర్లో ప్రిఫిక్స్ మనం ఎక్కడ రాయాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ప్రిఫిక్స్, నెక్స్ట్ రూట్ వర్డ్, నెక్స్ట్ ప్రైమరీ సఫిక్స్, నెక్స్ట్ secondary suffix. This is the systematic nomenclature. Prefix, root word, primary suffix and secondary suffix. This is the systematic nomenclature. Sir, what about secondary suffix functional group? So, secondary suffix lo ఒకవేళ ఒక కాంపౌండ్ లో 2 ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్స్ ఉన్నాయనుకోండి, ఫస్ట్ ప్రియారిటీ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ ఈజ్ మెన్షన్డ్ ఇన్ సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ అండ్ సెకండ్ ప్రియారిటీ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ మెన్షన్డ్ ఇన్ prefix, or substituent or side chains extra which are not included in a parent chain. So all the compounds are mentioned in prefix. Okay. Okay, right. So, sir, two functional groups are there. So, sir, which functional group you take first priority and which one is preferred as second prefix? And now I will explain. So, how to, what is the priority order for functional groups? What is the priority order for functional group? First, C double bond O OH. This is which one? Acid. C double bond O OH. So, this acid you take first priority. Next, C double bond O, OR. This is ester. So, two oxygen containing compounds you take first priority. Next, ester, C double bond O, Cl. This is also acid chloride, and C double bond O, NH2. This is also amide. So, acid, ester, and acid halides and amides. Okay. Next, nitrile, cyanides. Next, isocyanides. Okay. Next, C double bond OH group. This is which one? Aldehyde. This is which one? Aldehyde. Next, C double bond O, R. This is ketone. So after aldehyde, you take ketone. Next one is alcohol. Next one is alcohol group. So after alcohol, here carbon-carbon double bond, you take first priority. Okay, carbon-carbon double bond, you take first priority, and carbon-carbon triple bond. So first priority for which one? Carbon-carbon double bond. Last priority for which one? Carbon-carbon triple bond. First acid, ester, acid halide, amines, cyanides, isocyanides, aldehyde, ketone, alcohol, and double bonds and triple bonds. ఒకవేళ రాసుకుంటే here you take NH2 also. Okay. So after alcohol or amines and second double bonds and triple bond compounds. So ఒకవేళ ఏదో ఒక కాంపౌండ్ లో టూ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్స్ వచ్చాయనుకోండి, ఫస్ట్ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్ ప్రియారిటీ రూల్. సో యూ టేక్ ఫస్ట్ ప్రియారిటీ ఫర్ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్, అండ్ ఫస్ట్ ప్రియారిటీ ఇచ్చిన ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ని సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్లో మెన్షన్ చేసి సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ సెకండ్ ప్రియారిటీ ఇచ్చిన ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ని ప్రిఫిక్స్లో మెన్షన్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, వీటిని యూజ్ చేసి ఈరోజు వీడియోలో ప్రైమరీ రూట్ వర్డ్, ప్రైమరీ సఫిక్స్ అండ్ సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ అండ్ ప్రిఫిక్స్ వీటన్నిటి గురించి నేర్చుకున్నాం. కాబట్టి సో ఈ 4 కాన్సెప్ట్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని ఒక సిస్టమాటిక్ నామిక్లేచర్ ఒక కాంపౌండ్కి మనం ఎలా రాయాలి అనేది సో ఇప్పుడు డిస్కస్ చేద్దాము. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఫస్ట్ ఆల్కేన్స్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. ఆల్కేన్స్. What is general formula? CnH2n plus 2. For example, here carbon-carbon, which bond for alkanes? Carbon-carbon single bond only. If carbon-carbon single bond, carbon-carbon single bond compounds, that is alkanes. Okay. For example, I am taking CH3. Okay. So first you take carbon and carbon. So మనం ఆల్రెడీ ప్రీవియస్ వీడియోలో డిస్కస్ చేసాము. కార్బన్ వ్యాలెన్సీ ఈజ్ 4. కంపల్సరీ కార్బన్కి ఎన్ని బాండ్స్ ఉండాలి? 4 bonds are mandatory. Here carbon already 1 bond is there. Remaining I am taking 3 hydrogens. Here also I am taking 3 hydrogens. Okay. So this is right. So what is our systematic nomenclature for alkanes? Alk. So alk means number of, this is root word plus primary suffix. Root word plus primary. For alkanes, no functional group is there. Root word plus primary. What is root word? Here, how many carbon atoms are there? 2 carbon atoms. For 2 carbon atoms, what is root word? It plus primary suffix. In between carbon and carbon, which bond is there? Single bond. You take N. So ethane. What is that? Ethane. Okay, here another compound. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, how many carbon atoms are there? 4 carbon atoms. So, what is the root word? But carbon, carbon, which bond is there? N. Butane is the correct nomenclature. So, I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, here one methyl group is there. This means what, sir? Here CH3, here CH3, CH, CH2 and CH3. So, for this compound, this is our, first you select the parent chain. This is our parent chain. This is our parent chain. Parent chain contain 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. So, substance on second carbon. ఇక్కడ నుంచి కౌంట్ చేసే 1, 2, 3. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి నెంబరింగ్ ఇచ్చామనుకోండి, ఈ సబ్స్టెన్స్కి ఏ నెంబర్ వస్తుందన్నా? థర్డ్ నెంబర్ వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి మనం సబ్స్టెంట్కి లోయెస్ట్ నెంబర్ వచ్చే విధంగా నెంబరింగ్ ఇవ్వాలి. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అ 2 సెకండ్ కార్బన్ కంటైనింగ్ 1 substance is there. So this is our parent chain. So parent chain contain how many number of carbon atoms? 4 carbon atoms. For 4 carbon atoms, what is root word? But. Okay. So carbon carbon which bond is there? Single bond. You take N. Okay. So ikkada varaku ee chain lo unna 4 carbon gurinchi butane ani rasamu. So what about the CH3 group? This CH3 this is not included in our parent chain. This is a branch. This is a substituent. This is a side chain. So okay, for this side chain you mentioned as prefix. Okay. So this is which one? Methyl group. This is which one? Methyl group. So what is your nomenclature? Methyl. Methyl. This methyl group is on which carbon? 2 carbon. So 2 methyl. This methyl group is on second carbon. This methyl group is attached to an second carbon. That's why I am taking this methyl group is on second carbon. 2 methyl. So మనం నెంబర్ని నేమ్ని డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేయడానికి ఈ సింబల్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. 2 methyl. Okay, this is substance is over. Total now parent chain. So that is butane. 2 methyl butane is the correct answer. 2 methyl butane is the correct answer. Okay. Two methyl butane is the correct answer. Next. One, 2, 3, 4. So what is the common name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is IUPAC name? This is 2 methyl butane is the IUPAC name. So what about the common name for this molecule? Here one methyl group is there on which carbon? Second carbon. If any methyl group is present on second carbon, you take iso. You take iso. For this is which nomenclature? Common name. So total 1, 2, 3, 4. This is cancelled. Total how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total number of carbons in molecule 5. So common name ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు molecule లో total number of carbons ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి మనం చెక్ చేయాలి. So total number of carbon atoms are 5 and one methyl group is present on second carbon. That's why you take iso and total number of carbons 5 కాబట్టి pentane. Isopentane is the correct nomenclature for common name. So 2 methyl butane is the IUPAC name. 2 methyl butane is the IUPAC name. This is a common name. Okay. Okay, right. Next. For example, here 1, 2, 3, 4. లేదు. One carbon is there, one carbon is there, one carbon is there. Okay. This is a one carbon. For this carbon here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides methyl groups are there. 4 sides methyl groups are there. Okay. Here total number of carbon atoms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the IUPAC name? So first select the parent chain 1, 2, 3. So total carbons are in parent chain 3 carbon atoms. That's why you take propane. Okay. So that is so second carbon contain one methyl group and another methyl group. So how to write nomenclature? So 2, 2. ఈ కామా సింబల్ ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలి? రెండు నెంబర్స్ని సపరేట్ చేయడం కోసం కామా సింబల్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Which substituents are there? Methyl substituents. How many is there? 2. 2, 2. This di means 2 methyl groups are there. Di means 2. CH3 means methyl group. These 2 methyl groups are present on second carbon only. That's why I am taking 2, 2 dimethyl. Total is propane. This is a IUPAC name. So what about the common name for this molecule? Total number of carbon atoms are 5. Okay, that is pentane. Total number of carbon. మనం కామన్ నేమ్ లో total number of carbon చెక్ చేస్తాం. Okay, total number of carbon atoms are 5. Right. So this carbon contain 4 sides methyl group. This carbon contain 4 sides methyl group. That's why this is called neopentane. Neopentane. This is the correct answer. Neopentane is a common name. 2, 2 dimethyl propane is a IUPAC name. Okay. Next, alkenes. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 carbons are there. Here I am taking double bond. Total number of carbon atoms are there. How many? 4. That's why you take but. Carbon which bond is there? So single bond is there, double bond is there. So single bond is common, double bond ki first priority iyali. So that is in but. In. So this in is on which carbon? You take 1, 2, 3, 4. So double bond అనేది ఫస్ట్ కార్బన్ కుంది, ఈ కార్బన్ కుంది కాబట్టి ఫస్ట్ ప్రయారిటీ ఇదే కార్బన్ కి ఇవ్వాలి. ఓకే, డబుల్ బాండ్ మనం ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ కి ఫస్ట్ ప్రయారిటీ ఇవ్వాలి. 1, 2, 3, 4. సో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ కార్బన్స్ ఆర్ ఓకే, రైట్. నెక్స్ట్, ఆల్కైన్. Alkyne means carbon triple bond compounds. Alkyne means carbon triple bond compounds. For example, I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in between carbon and carbon, and here triple bond is there. So total number of carbons, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Numbering ikkada nunche start chesam endukante triple bond undi kabatti. Okay. So total number of carbon atoms are 4. That's why I am taking but. So here which bond is there? Triple bond. So which bond is there? Triple bond. That's why I am taking iron. This triple bond is on which carbon? First carbon. So I am taking 1. But 1, 9. But 1, 9. Leda 1 butane. But 1, 9 or 1 butane. Both are same. Okay. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here triple bond I am taking. Here double bond. This is one compound. Here 2 functional groups are there. One is triple bond, one is double bond. So for this situation, first priority for which functional group? Second, double bond. So numbering for 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is the correct order. So you don't take number for this one. So first priority for second double bond. That's why I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4. So total number of carbon atoms are here. Total number of carbon atoms are 4. Okay. So that's why what is the root word? But. Next. So how many functional groups are there? 2 functional groups. One is in, second one is in. So what is our systematic nomenclature? Prefix plus root word plus prefix plus root word plus primary suffix. Prefix plus root word plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. Okay. So here what is root word? But. Okay. Carbon carbon, which bond is there? Double bond and triple bond is there. First priority for double bond. So but in ని మనం దేంట్లో తీసుకోవాలి? సో సెకండ్ సఫిక్స్ లో తీసుకున్నాం. సో ఐన్ ని మనం ప్రిఫిక్స్ లో తీసుకుందాం. ఐన్ దేంట్లో తీసుకోవాలి? ప్రిఫిక్స్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద సిస్టమాటిక్ నామిక్లేచర్? హియర్ 1, 2, 3. Third carbon contain triple bond. 3 ine. This is prefix. And but to in. But to in. 3 ine. But to in. 3 ine. 3 ine. Third carbon contain triple bond. But means 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. 2 in. This double bond is on. So you don't take 2. This is on which carbon? So that is first carbon. That's why 3 ine. But 1 in is the correct answer. But 1 in is the correct answer. So first and second carbon means lowest number మనం prefer చేయాలి కాబట్టి you take 1 in. This is about the alkynes. Okay. Next one, carboxylic acids. Next one, carboxylic acids. Next one is carboxylic acid. So what about the structure of carboxylic acid? RC double bond OH or COOH. In the place of R, you take any alkyl group, methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, whatever it may be. So COOH is our functional group. COOH is our functional group. If any COOH group is there, that is indicates acid. That is indicate acid. So what about for COOH? Secondary suffix. Secondary suffix for acid, oic acid. What about secondary suffix for carboxylic acid? Oic acid. What about prefix? Prefix carboxylic acid and రాయొచ్చు. ఏమని రాయొచ్చు? Carboxylic acid. Okay. Secondary suffix for acid, oic acid. So prefix is carboxylic acid. For example, here 1, 2 means here I am taking CH3, CH2, C double bond OH, C double bond OH, COOH. This is our functional group, carboxylic acid. Here how many carbon? CH3, CH2, 2 carbon alkyl group is there. So how to prefer our parent chain? So here COOH group also contain 1 carbon atom. COOH group also contain 1 carbon atom. In parent chain, functional group carbon also you include. Functional group carbon also include. So 1, 2 and 3. So COOH is a functional group. So this is also containing carbon. So this carbon also include our parent chain. 1, 2, 3. So total number of carbon atoms 3. So root word is prop. Right, very good. Root word is prop. So what about primary suffix. Primary suffix carbon carbon, which bond is there? Single bond. That's why N. Sir, here carbon oxygen double bond is there. So what about primary suffix? Primary suffix indicates only the carbon carbon bonding. Only the carbon carbon bonding, not carbon and other atom. So here carbon carbon bond is only single bond. So primary suffix is N. What about secondary suffix? What about secondary suffix? Secondary suffix indicates the functional group. Secondary suffix indicates the functional group. Here which functional group is there? Which functional group is there? COH functional group. Which functional group is there? COH functional group is there. So for COH functional group, what is secondary suffix? Oic acid. What is secondary suffix? Oic acid. So how to write this systematic nomenclature? First you take, if any prefix is there, you write, otherwise you don't take prefix. Okay. Here root word plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix is the systematic nomenclature. So what is root word here? 1, 2, 3. Prop plus primary suffix N, carbon carbon single bond is here. What about secondary suffix? Oic acid. Oic acid. Prop plus N plus oic acid. When primary suffix and secondary suffix is added, so E is cancelled. So now what is the nomenclature? Propanoic acid. Propanoic acid is the correct answer. What is the name? Propanoic acid. Prop. This prop indicates. Prop means root word 3 carbon. Okay. N, primary suffix oic acid. That is a functional group. That is functional group. Very good. Next. Okay. CO. Chodo. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. I am taking 4 carbons. COH here. And here also COH group is there. Here also COH group is there. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am giving numbering. So 4 carbons in straight chain. 4 carbon means what is root word? But. Here how many functional groups are there? COH. Both are similar functional groups. That's why no first priority and no second priority. Right. COH. Total number of carbon atoms are 4. But carbon carbon single bond plus N plus COH functional group oic acid. COH functional group oic acid. How many oic acids are there? Here 1, here 1. 2 oic acids are there. So that's why you take dioic acid. Dioic acid. But plus N plus dioic acid. These 2 dioic acids are on first carbon and fourth carbon. First carbon and fourth carbon. Okay. Butane dioic acid. Butane dioic acid. Butane dioic acid. So these 2 oic acids on which carbon అనేది కూడా మనం మెన్షన్ చేయాలి. Butane 1,4 dioic acid. Butane 1,4 dioic acid is the correct nomenclature for this one. Butane 1,4 dioic acid. Butane 1,4 dioic acid. Butane 1,4 dioic acid. Right. Next one, ester. This is very, very important. Okay. So remaining compounds direct గా రూట్ వర్డ్ ప్రైమరీ సఫిక్స్ సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ డైరెక్ట్ గా అన్ని ఇంక్లూడ్ చేసేస్తే ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. బట్ ఎస్టర్, ఈథర్, అమైన్స్, దీస్ ఆర్ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్. సో ట్రై టు కాన్సన్ట్రేట్. Ester. What is the structure of ester? R C double bond O, O, R, or C double bond O, R. Okay, so here, what about the secondary suffix? What about the secondary suffix? That is OH. OH is the secondary suffix. What about the prefix? Okay, what about the prefix? Carboalkoxy. Carboalkoxy. Prefix is carboalkoxy. Okay. So, right. For example, R C double bond O, OR. This is original structure. Here one alkyl group is there and here another alkyl group is there. Two alkyl groups are there. This alkyl group is attached to C double bond O group. This alkyl group is attached to oxygen. Okay. So what is the systematic nomenclature for ester? Alkyl alkanoate. Alkyl alkanoate. Which one is you take alkyl, which one is alkanoate? What about alkanoate? Alk plus N plus O8. Alk, root word, N primary suffix, O8 secondary suffix. So this is alkyl. Sir, which alkyl group is attached to oxygen? Which here two alkyl groups are there. So which alkyl group is attached to oxygen? Which alkyl group is attached to oxygen? So that is you take alkyl. That one you write alkyl. Remaining this structure. Okay, that is what? Alk. Here number of carbon atoms 1, 2. Alk. Carbon single bond N plus O8. So you write alkanoate. Alkyl alkanoate is a correct answer. Alkyl alkanoate. This is which function, which alkyl group is attached to oxygen? That is right, alkyl. Remaining this structure is called alkanoate. Alkyl alkanoate. So I will explain. 1 CH3 CH2 C double bond O, O CH3. Okay, this is total. This is like R. This is C double bond O, O, and this is R. R C double bond O, R. This is which structure? Ester structure. Which structure? Ester structure. Okay. Now CH3 CH2 C double bond O, O CH3. CH3 CH2 C double bond O, OCH3. This methyl group is attached to oxygen. That's why this is which one? Alkyl. Alkyl means this is only one carbon is there. That's why I am taking methyl. Okay. So remaining this structure. So remaining in this structure, how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 carbons. So that is probe. Alkyl alkanoate. This is alkyl. So alk means here how many carbon? 3 carbon. Methyl propanoate. Prop 3 carbons. N carbon single bond. O8 is a secondary suffix for ester. Methyl propanoate. This is methyl. This is propanoate. Methyl propanoate. So another example. Here CH3 CH2 C double bond O, O CH2 CH3. Okay, right. So this is one alkyl group. It is attached to oxygen, and remaining one, this is considered as alkanoate. So here CH2CH3, if 2 carbons, that is ethyl. That is ethyl. Remaining 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 4 carbon atoms are there. So methyl butanoate is the correct answer. This is ethyl. This 4 carbons is butanoate. Ethyl butanoate. Alkyl alkanoate is a general structure. Alkyl alkanoate is a general structure. That's why here you take ethyl and butanoate. Ethyl butanoate is a correct answer. Okay. Next. Sir, CH3 O C double bond O CH3. CH3O C double bond O CH3. So what is the name of this compound? Try చేయండి. ఇక్కడ which one is alkyl? Alkyl alkanoate is a general structure. So which one is alkyl? Which alkyl group is attached to oxygen? That is called alkyl. Here నేను structure ని reverse లో రాసా. Here CH3, this is not attached to oxygen. Here this CH3 is attached to oxygen. That's why you take alkyl for this one and alkanoate for this one. Okay. So alkyl, methyl. Here 1, 2 carbons. Methyl ethanoate. Methyl ethanoate is a correct answer. Methyl ethanoate is a correct answer. Okay. Alkyl alkanoate, that is a general structure for ester students. Okay. Right. Next one. Acid halide. Acid halide. Okay. So here RC double bond O Cl. RC double bond O Cl. What about secondary suffix? Oil halide. Oil halide. Okay. Right. Here I am taking CH3, CH2, CH2, C double bond O, Cl. Oil halide. Okay. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. Here how many carbons are there? 4 carbons in our parent chain. So for 4 carbons, that is but. Okay, that is but. So butanoil, this is which one? Chloride. Butanoil chloride. Butanoil chloride is the correct answer. Butanoil chloride is the correct answer. Okay, right students. Next. Sir, please stop. Aldehydes. Next one is aldehyde. Okay, so what is the structure of aldehyde? RC double bond O H. RC double bond H is the structure of aldehyde. So what about secondary suffix for aldehyde? Secondary suffix. Whatever secondary suffix for aldehyde, so that is all. Secondary suffix for aldehyde is all. What about prefix? What about prefix? That is formyl. That is which one? Formyl. Or C double bond H. Okay. Right. I am taking one example. Here CH3, CH2, C double bond O H. CH3, CH2, C double bond O H. So in this molecule, how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3. So in our parent chain, functional group containing carbon also included. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Here 3 carbon atoms are there. Okay, so this is which functional group? C double bond OH functional group. Okay, this is aldehyde. So what is the nomenclature? First you take root word plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. Root word plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. Easy. So what about root word? 3 carbon atoms. That is what? Prop. What about primary suffix? Carbon carbon, which bond is there? Single bond. That's why N. What about secondary suffix? Here which one is there? C double bond OH. For C double bond OH, what about secondary suffix? All. So primary suffix, secondary suffix is cancelled. So propanol. Propanol is the correct answer. Propanol is the correct answer for aldehyde. Okay. Next. Here CH3. Okay. Now, if in this molecule two functional groups are there, CH3, CH2, 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 C double bond O, OH is there. C double bond O, OH is there. So, in the place of CH3, now I am taking C double bond O, H. C double bond O, H. Okay. Here 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms are there. So, one functional group is COH, another functional group is C double bond OH. Here two functional groups are there. So, what about first priority for two functional groups? Acid. So, acid for first priority, aldehyde for second priority. So, first priority functional group you mentioned in secondary suffix. Second priority functional group mentioned in prefix. Okay, right. Here 1, 2, 3, 3 carbon atoms are there. Root word is 3. Carbon carbon single bond. Primary suffix is N. Secondary suffix. So which is taking as a primary? ఏ ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ అయితే మనము ఫస్ట్ ప్రియారిటీ ఇస్తున్నామో దాన్ని సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ లో తీసుకుంటున్నాము, రైట్? ఓకే, సో ప్రోప్ ప్లస్ ఎన్ ప్లస్ ఓయిక్ యాసిడ్. ఓకే, prop 3 carbons, N single bond, oic acid is a, right? So what about the prefix? Prefix is here formyl. Prefix is formyl. This formyl group is on which carbon? Third carbon. So what is your correct answer? What is your correct answer? 3 formyl. 3 formyl propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. 3 formyl propanoic acid. ఒకటే కాంపౌండ్ లో 2 ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్స్ ఉంటే ఫస్ట్ ప్రయారిటీ ఇచ్చిన ఫంక్షనల్ గ్రూప్ సెకండరీ సఫిక్స్ లో రాయాలి. సెకండ్ ప్రయారిటీ దేనికైతే ఇస్తున్నామో దాన్ని మనం ప్రిఫిక్స్ లో మెన్షన్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, హియర్ 3 formyl propanoic acid is the correct answer for aldehyde. So what about ketones? What about ketones? So R C double bond O, or this is a structure of ketone, or C double bond R. So for secondary suffix, on is the secondary suffix. What about prefix? Okay, what about the prefix? Oxo. What about prefix? Secondary suffix is on, prefix is oxo. So one example, CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH3, CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. Total how many number of carbon atoms here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms. So numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. Here C double bond O group is on which carbon? Second carbon. So numbering ikkadi nunchi kuda ichu 1, 2, 3. So now third carbon is functional group. So which one is correct order? So functional group ki lowest number వచ్చే విధంగా మనం priority తీసుకోవాలి. That's why I am taking numbering from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Total number of carbon atoms are 4. That's why root word is but. Carbon carbon single bond is there. But plus N. So this is what about the functional group? So this total is R, and here C double bond O group is there. So this is also you take R, or C double bond O R. So or C double bond O, or this is Okay, right. CH3, CH2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But plus N plus on. This on is on which carbon? Second carbon. That is also mentioned. Okay. Total but N 2 on. But 2 on. Either 2 butanone. 2 butanone. 2 butanone or butane 2 on. Butane 2 on is a correct answer. Okay. Right, guys. Next. Aldehydes over, ketones over. Next, alcohols. Alcohols. This is also very simple. ROH. What is the functional group for alcohols? ROH. What about secondary suffix? Secondary suffix. That is all. Prefix. Hydroxy. Prefix is hydroxy. Now I am taking CH3, CH2, CH2, OH. Okay. So total number of carbon atoms 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This OH group is on first carbon. Okay. So total number of carbon atoms 3. That's why I am taking prop. Carbon single bond is there. N. So what about our functional group? OH group. That's why I am taking ol. Propanol. So this OH group is on which carbon? First carbon. So propane 1 ol. Propane 1 ol is a correct answer. Propane 1 ol is a correct answer. Next, here CH3, CH3 is there. 1 OH group is on this carbon. So total number of carbon atoms here 3. Prop. OH group is on which carbon? 1, 2, 3. Second carbon. OH group is on which carbon? Second carbon. So 2 propanol లేదా or prop N 2ol. What is meaning of here? So OH group is on second carbon. 2ol means OH functional group is on present second carbon. Here OH group is present on first carbon. This is the difference. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here I am taking 1 carbon. Okay. And first, second, third. Right, sir. Here, this is carbon. For this carbon only 1 bond is attached with alkyl group. Remaining 3 are hydrogens only. So the carbon is 1 carbon is attached to 3 hydrogens and one side only alkyl group. So that type of carbon is called primary carbon. Okay. Primary carbon means only 1 alkyl group is attached. This carbon containing only one side alkyl group. That's why this is primary. So what about this one? Here also remaining 3 hydrogens, one side matrame alkyl group. This is also primary carbon. Okay. What about secondary? So this carbon is there. Here one side total alkyl group is there and another side also alkyl group. Alkyl group means carbon group. Here one side and another side. Two sides alkyl group. That's why this is a secondary carbon. Okay. Next I am taking this carbon. One side is one alkyl group. Another side this total alkyl group and remaining 3 sides alkyl groups are there. So this carbon contains 3 sides alkyl group. So this carbon is tertiary carbon. Which carbon containing one side alkyl group, that is primary. If carbon contain 2 sides alkyl group, that is secondary. If which carbon containing 3 sides alkyl group, that is tertiary. Here this carbon is there. Okay. Here one side alkyl group, another side alkyl group, another side alkyl group, and this side also alkyl group. So this carbon containing 4 sides alkyl group. That is what about the chain? That is a different method. So one alkyl group means ఒక కార్బన్ ఉన్న రెండు కార్బన్ ఉన్న alkyl chain is there. So this carbon 4 sides alkyl groups are present. That's why this is called quaternary carbon. Quaternary carbon. Primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary carbon. Okay, right. Next, alcohols. Next, ether. This is also very, very important. So ether, here ROR is the general structure. ROR is the general structure. For secondary suffix, oxy. For prefix, alkoxy. For prefix, alkoxy. One example, CH3 CH2 O CH3, CH3 CH2 O CH3. Okay, కింద రాసేద్దాం. CH3 CH2 O CH3 is there. Okay, here one, right. Oxygen, here one oxygen containing two sides alkyl group, two sides alkyl group. What about the structure for ethers? Alkoxy alkane. Alkoxy alkane is the general structure for ethers. Alkoxy alkane. So alk means number of carbon atoms. Alkane. Sir, here one side alkyl group, another side alkyl group is there. Okay, so which alkyl group is attached to oxygen? So here both alkyl groups are attached to oxygen. So one alkyl group is adding with oxygen, that is alkoxy. Remaining one is you take alkane. Sir, here small number or less number or less number of carbon containing alkyl group is called, alkyl group is attached to oxygen, that is alkoxy. So large number of carbon containing alkyl group is called, you take alkane. You take alkane. Alkoxy alkane. Alkoxy alkane. Here two carbons are there. In this side only one carbon is there. Less number of carbon containing methyl group or alkyl group is attached to oxygen, that is called alkoxy. Remaining this total structure is called, you take alkane. This is alkane. You include this oxygen, you take alkoxy. Alkoxy alkane. So what is the nomenclature? This is methyl oxygen. Methoxy. Here how many number of carbon atoms are there? Two carbon atoms. That's why ethane. Methoxy. Ethane is the correct answer. Methoxy ethane. Methyl group is attached to oxygen, that is methoxy. Here two carbons are there. You take alkane. Okay. Methoxy ethane. Okay. Another example for ether. CH3 CH2 CH2 O CH2 CH3. Okay, right. For right side only two carbons, left side three carbon. So that's why this is less number, this is more number. Less number alkyl group is attached to oxygen, that is ethoxy. Here three carbons are there. Propane is the correct answer. Sir, okay, but both condition lo same number of carbon atoms ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి. Here I am taking CH3 CH2 O. Okay, CH3 O CH3. Simple రాసేద్దాం. Here one carbon, here also one carbon. ఏది ఆక్సిజన్ కి యాడ్ చేసినా నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో మిత్ ఆక్సీ, దట్ ఈస్ మిథాక్సీ methane is a correct answer. Here CH3, CH2, CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3 is there. Here also 2 carbons and this side also 2 carbons. No problem. What is the name? Ethoxy, ethane. Ethoxy, ethane is a correct answer. So both sides same number of alkyl groups are there. You take your wish. So one methyl group is, one alkyl group is attached to oxygen, that is alkoxy. Remaining one is you take alkane. Okay, remaining one is alkane. So next one, very very important, that is cyanides. That is cyanides. What is the structure, or what is the structure? So RC triple bond N. So carbon valence is 4. One side 1 bond, remaining side 3 bonds. So RCN is the structure. What about secondary suffix? Nitrile. Secondary suffix is nitrile. What about prefix? Prefix is cyano. Prefix is cyano. Secondary suffix for cyanide groups, nitrile. Prefix is cyano. Right. Here I am taking one example. CH3, CH2, C ట్రిపుల్ బాండ్ N. ఆల్ కండిషన్లో ఈ ట్రిపుల్ బాండ్ రాకపోవచ్చు. సో మీరు CN ఉంది అంటే కార్బన్ కార్బన్ ట్రిపుల్ బాండ్ అనుకోండి, నేను జనరల్గా రాస్తున్నా. రైట్, ఓకే. హియర్ 1, 2, 3. సో దిస్ CN is a functional group. So functional group carbon also included in our parent chain. Okay, right, clear. So this is what is the structure? So 1, 2, 3. This is total is, you take alkane. Total number of carbon you take alkane, and for this nitrile, for this nitrogen you take nitrile. Alkane nitrile. Alkane nitrile is a correct structure for cyanides. So one example, CH3, CH2, CH2, CN is there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many number of carbon? 4. So for 4 carbons you take but carbon carbon single bond N. What about functional group? Cyanide. That's why you take nitrile. So this E cancel. Butane nitrile is a correct answer. Butane nitrile is a correct answer. Okay, right guys, very good. Alkane nitrile is a correct structure. Alkane nitrile. 1, 2, 3, 4. Functional group containing carbon also included in our parent chain. So that is called alkane. Remaining nitrogen you tell nitrile. Okay. Next, here CH3, CH2, C double bond OH is there. Okay. And now I am taking CH here. One CN group is there. Okay. So here in this condition, COH group is there, CN group is there. Here 2 functional groups are there. So first priority for which one? COH. Second priority for which one? CN. First priority functional group is taken in secondary suffix. Second priority functional group is taken in prefix. So what about the parent chain? Our parent chain is how many number of carbon atoms? 3 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3. So that is a prop plus N plus oic acid is our parent chain. So what about this one? This is you take substituent. You tell in secondary suffix. So this is in secondary suffix. What about cyanon? That is cyano. Okay. You take cyano. This cyano group is on which carbon? 1, 2, 3, second carbon. That's why 2 cyano. 2 cyano propanoic acid. 2-cyano-propanoic acid is the correct answer. 2-cyano, this is substituent. So that substituent is present on second carbon. That's why I am taking 2-cyano. Remaining total 1, 2, 3 carbons are there. Propane, COH functional group is there. That is oic acid. 2-cyano-propanoic acid is the correct answer. Next, isocyanide. Isocyanide or NC is the general structure, or NC. So what about secondary suffix? Secondary suffix. Isonitrile. Isonitrile is the secondary suffix. What about prefix? Isocyano. Isocyano is the second prefix. Okay. So one example, that is the CH3, CH2, NC is there. CH3, CH2, NC. So here from here NC, right? This is, you take alkane. So remaining this is isonitrile. Alkane, isonitrile. Here which one is there? CH3, CH2, NC. So in this chain, how many carbon atoms are there? 2 carbon atoms. That's why I am taking ethane. Okay, remaining this structure, ethane, isonitrile. Ethane, isonitrile is the correct structure. Okay, right guys. Next, CH3, CH2, CH, direct గా నేను కార్బన్స్ రాసిన 1, 2, 3, 4, C double bond OH group is there. Okay, here first condition I am taking OH. Here 2 functional groups are there. Here how many functional groups? 2 functional groups are there. One is OH, another one is COOH. First priority for which one? C double bond OH. Okay, so C double bond 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total how many number of carbon atoms? 5. That's why you take pent. Carbon carbon single bond N, COOH, that is oic acid is the correct answer. So for this one, OH group is an substituent on which carbon? Third carbon. That's why you take 3. So OH group is on here acting as a prefix. Here COOH is acting as a secondary suffix, but here OH group also functional group. But compared to COOH, OH group is second priority. That's why I am taking in a prefix 3-hydroxy. 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid. E cancel. 3-hydroxy pentanoic acid is the correct answer. Okay, sir. Another example. Okay. In the place of OH, I am taking, this is also erasing. Okay. Here double bond I am taking. Okay. This is third carbon. Same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentanoic acid. But here in this third carbon, which functional group is there? This is R, C double bond R. This is like a ketone. That's why for ketone, what about the prefix? Oxo. 3-oxo. 3-oxo. Pentanoic acid. 3-oxo pentanoic acid is the correct answer. Okay. Right.